Story: Obara Méyi turns black into white. The last great test that Obara Méyi underwent before achieving triumph occurred when his fellow Ewoses tricked him into getting drunk at a party in the king's palace. This explains why the children of Obara Méyi are forbidden to taste alcoholic beverages of any kind. After becoming drunk, he began to make claims that he could not fulfill. Among the claims made by him while in a state of drunkenness was that he could serve the head of Olofin, even though it was forbidden for any Awo to do so. He also boasted that he could turn a black cloth white. The claims of Obara Méyi were quickly communicated to the king, who invited him to perform these feats within 7 days, and if not, he would be executed. Upon arriving home, Obara Méyi told his mother what had happened at the king's palace. The mother stood up, upset by his audacity to make such boasts, baseless about matters that no one had been able to accomplish before. He explained that he was drunk when he made these statements. The only person who used to serve the head of Olofin was a man named Okete. There was also a man named Aro who alone was capable of turning white into black. Obara Méyi's mother went in search of both. By the 7th day, Olofin took out a 10-yard piece of black cloth and gave it to Obara to take to the river and turn it white. Before Obara got to the river, his mother was already there waiting for him. The king sent a messenger to accompany him so that he could verify the operation. When the group arrived, Obara's mother was singing, invoking the appearance of Aro. When the Aro fish heard the song, it moved towards where Obara Méyi was washing the black cloth. It took it, swallowed it, vomited it out, and it was white as snow. As soon as Obara saw that the cloth had turned white, he took it out and showed it to 2 witnesses sent by the king. They ran back to the palace, and everyone, including the king, was amazed at the miracle performed by Obara Méyi. The next operation was the ceremony of serving Olofin's head. The man who used to serve Olofin's head annually was called Ewu-Okete. Traditionally, he would seek his divination and make his sacrifices before serving Olofin's head. Particularly this year, he had sought divination and had been told to offer a male goat to Isu. He did not make the sacrifice. When the time came to serve Olofin's head as was customary, the ceremony did not manifest. The most important moment of the festival was invariably dedicated to the cloth with which the ceremony was performed, so that it would turn white. In light of the sacrifice that Ewu-Okete refused to make to Isu, the black cloth refused to change its color to white. From then on, it was clear that the festival was a failure, and that the sacrifice to the head did not manifest. Normally, the festival of Olofin's head was followed by peace, prosperity, and progress, both for the king and his domains. However, after the failed head ceremony that particular year, things began to get difficult for the king and the country. That was the year when the king's children were dying after playing Ayo with their visitors. There was no rain or food, and the crops burned. There were several cases of stillbirths and miscarriages. This was the state of things in Ife when the time came to celebrate another festival. In the search for a new person to serve the head of Olofin, Obara Méyi boasted that he could do it. Before he could do anything, his mother sought divination and was told to give a male goat to Isu, which she did promptly. Subsequently, she invited Ewu-Okete to teach her son the enchantment with which he would serve the head of Olofin. Voniki obabori, Olofin kuri Olofin finki obara, boaya Olofin kaya Olofin gibako, fovokan alako didudu. Obara bori Olofin ori, Olofin fin obara, buaya Olofin aya Olofin giba obara, fovokan ala ala didundun. When the time came to serve the head of the king, Obara did it without difficulty, and finished by touching the white cloth he brought from the river, Ala. And with the invisible help of Esu, as soon as Obara touched it, it quickly turned black. This was enough to indicate that the bad days had come to an end. The following year proved to be very prosperous for the king and the country. Obara was also amply rewarded.